Welcome to Daily Dose Radio, a 5-minute devotional podcast studying the Psalms verse by verse. Broadcast from the ever-beautiful Sharonville, Ohio, on the sunny side of Cincinnati.
Hey there, friends. Welcome back to Daily Dose Radio here in the Bible Bistro. Hey, I forgot to mention, we've been celebrating our birthday all week, but I forgot to mention that the paperback version of Uncle Royce's Funeral is out. If you want to get a copy, you'll find it on Amazon, and I'm sure that you could probably order it from any bookstore that you walk into because it's available now on Amazon. So go out and find Uncle Royce's Funeral, download it or for your Kindle, or buy a paperback copy. And I hope you'll enjoy the stories there. I think you will. There's some fun ones. I enjoyed writing it. I love short story, and that's one of the things that I just love to do is to write short little pieces. So go there and check it out. As I said, this was our birthday week. Maybe tomorrow or Friday I'll have the choir back, and we'll sing Happy Birthday as we proceed towards that event on this weekend. Today we're looking at verses 100 and 101. This really kind of divides into two pieces. 100 is the third result of meditation. He meditates all the day. His testimonies, the Lord's testimonies, are his meditation. And then he says, he gives us these three results of that. Number 1, wiser than the enemies. Number 2, wiser than my teachers. Number 3, and that's what we have here in verse 100. I understand more than the ancients because I keep thy precepts. Well, what ancients is he talking about? Perhaps he's talking about the ancients in the pre-flood world, those people whose imaginations were evil continually, all but Noah. And so perhaps he's thinking of those ancients, those who went after man's way. They sought after the flesh. They sought after the victories of the mind and the will instead of seeking after the Lord. And so he says, I understand more than the ancients. Not because I'm anybody, not because I'm special. I understand more than the ancients because I've been meditating on the precepts. I am wiser than mine enemies. I have more understanding than my teachers. I understand more than the ancients. So another confident statement. This is not pride speaking. This is just fact. This is what meditating on God's Word will do for us. And he says, I understand more than the ancients because I keep thy precepts. Now look at verse 101. I have refrained my feet from every evil way that I might keep thy word. Now here we have not a result of meditating on God's word, but what we have here is a confident commitment he makes. He makes this commitment to the Lord. I have refrained my feet from every evil way. So he's making this, he's locking down his behavior. This is how I'm going to act. I'm not going to walk in the evil way, so that I might keep your word. So apparently our actions and those things that we engage in have a direct result on how we keep God's word. And he makes a commitment. I'm not going to let that happen because I want to keep your word. And then tomorrow we're going to look at verse 102 where the hand of the Lord is mentioned here. And he says, this is what you've done to help me walk in your ways. So we have the third result, I understand more than the ancients, and then his commitment to refrain from walking in any evil way, keeping his feet, so where he goes, what he does, those kind of things, his behavior, okay? He's overseeing his behavior. He's putting a control on what he does, because he doesn't want to lose all that's gone before. Then I might keep your word. If I'm going to keep your word, then there's a certain way I need to behave and act. Now tomorrow we'll look at verses 102 and 103 here on Daily Dose Radio.
Thanks for listening to Daily Dose Radio. I'm David Smith. The music today has been performed by the Bluegrass Experiment. Thanks again for listening. I'll see you next time on Daily Dose Radio.